Sanibona, ngaphambi singene kwivideo namuhla, ngithi angithathe lethuba ngibonge isupport nothando nesikhombise lona lingaphezu kokucabanga kwethu. Siyacela niqhubeke nisupporte njalo ngokubuka amavideo ethu, ungakhohlwa ukukhomenta, ushare, ulike. Siyafisa ukuzwa umbono wakho. Sicela ke singene kwivideo namuhla. Namhlanje sine Judicial Commission of Inquiry eholwa uJustice Madlanga kanye ne-ad hoc committee yaseParliament ngenxa yesinqumo esathathwa uMinister wamaphoyisa okuba uSenzo Mchunu ngomhla ka-31 December 2024 ngesikhathi akhipha khona i-directive yokuthi akuhlakazwe i-Political Killings Task Team. Ufikile ke phambi kweParliament, wazibeka izathu zakhe, waliveza nohlangothi lakhe maye kulolu daba. Basibikele ke namhlanje ukuthi kusasa uzobe phambi kweMadlanga Commission of Inquiry. Okunye ke kwakhathaza kakhulu ukuthi istatement sakhe ubengazange azasifake kwi-commission zonke lezi insuku. Ngizocaphuna ke uspokesperson we-commission okuJeremy Michaels sizwe ukuthi uthini bese sidlulela phambili.
Senzo Mchunu, who we anticipate is going to be here tomorrow, that his witness statement had not yet been received by the Commission of Inquiry. What's the status of this? And we'll get to the issues of process in just a moment.
Good morning, Ziyanda. Indeed, Minister Mchunu, who of course is on special leave, was meant several weeks ago to have submitted his witness statement to the Commission. I can now confirm that, to your question, that he did indeed submit that witness statement during the course of yesterday, Sunday, and he will be appearing before the Commission tomorrow, Tuesday.
Thank you for that. Apologies for pulling the mic so quickly, but I'm asking this question. It becomes very important for two reasons, perhaps, because last week we were supposed to hear testimony from KZN Hawkshead, Lesetja Senona, and the same thing was almost mentioned around witness statements. So one, is the Commission giving those who've been implicated enough time to respond? And what's your actual procedure when it comes to speaking to people who've been implicated before this Commission of Inquiry? Because that could be another accusation leveled against you, but also the management of fairness, because you have to give people enough time to respond versus people taking advantage of this second phase to say, well, I need more time to gather my evidence.
As you say, Ziyanda, the Commission has onerous requirements in terms of fairness. In other words, when a witness is implicated, and we have discussed this before, but just to repeat that, the Commission then informs the individuals either before or after that testimony has been given. And also considering the fact that we have had in excess now of 40 days of hearings, public hearings, since September 17, when Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi first took the stand. Of course, it is quite an intense and detailed.
Sethemba ukuthi kusasa akuzukwenzeka lento eyenzekwe ngoGeneral Senona okugcina sekuthiwa akuhlehliswe uyozabonakala ngonyaka ozayo ngoba efake late statement sakhe. Njengoba uzwa ukuthi no Minister uSenzo Mchunu istatement sakhe basithola izolo ngesonto, okusho ukuthi namhlanje njengoba bebusy nokulalela ubufakazi obethulwayo, isikhathi esanele nabo nje ukuthi baprepare abezukuba naso. Asethembeke ukuthi lawa kuwona ama-tactics okuzama ukudelaya lama proceedings enzakalayo, kodwa kunalokho kuzoresolveka le issue lesikhuluma okukhulunywa ngayo nale fanele kukhulunywe ngayo, ngoba siyadinga ukulizwa iside lakhe uMinister uSenzo Mchunu, especially kwi-commission. Izathu esenza ukuthi ngisho njalo ukuthi kwi-commission akufani naseParliament. Kwi-commission uzobe phambi kwama senior advocate o senior counsels, aphinde futhi abhekane namajaji, so akufani neParliament. Okwesibili, bayakwazi uku-cross examine. Sibonile ku-Brian Mogotsi bam-cross examinile kwabonakala ukuthi uswele umgodi wokucasha. Yingakho-ke ngithi ngifisa sengathi kungangaguquka lutho noma isikhathi abanikezwe sona ukuze bekwazi ukuprepare in terms of istatement sika-minister sisincane kakhulu. Uma ngabe emavikini adlule akazange asifake istatement bekuyinayo sifaka izolo ngesonto, lokho nje kukodwa kuyakhathaza.
My job is not to choose a side. So after hearing testimony, I then had to, without bias, listen to you and the evidence that you put before. So when you took the position that there is a need for disbandment, that motivated me to, without bias, neutrally look at the facts and then determine, is there some credence, some value in what you are saying? And this is what I found. And what I found is that the evidence shows that when you measure the impact and the value added to South African police service, South Africa as a whole, there is very minimal value, except for high budgets that's not even on investigations, but rather spent on protection, laundry, SCTs, and all of that. So I've come to the conclusion, Minister, that based on the evidence, what you have written in your directive, based on what I've discovered on the evidence, was correct. Not just futuristically, but also looking back. There has been grave misuse. And I want to say and put it to you, Minister, I am not convinced by your testimony of your relationships with Mr. Brian Mogotsi and Mr. Matlala. Your testimony there is very questionable. I'm not convinced by it. But when it comes to the reasons and the evidence before me for disbandment and immediate versus winding down, I saw with facts that I've just put to you why it would be justified. Don't worry, Minister, about your position. Don't even worry about public opinion. Stand by your conviction. I look at your evidence. I compared it to what was given before. This is what I conclude. And whether the whole South Africa hates me for doing it, I stand by my conviction. As I close, Minister, Moni Baizani.
Emveni kokuba ezibekile izathu zakhe uminister ezenza ukuthi athathe isinqumo sokuhlakaza ipolitical killing team, Ashley Souls waba umuntu waphumela obala wathi uyamsupport uminister futhi lesinqumo asithatha sihle kakhulu. Ake sibuyele emuva kancane. Ngomhla ka6 kuJuly uGeneral Mkhwanazi uba nemedia briefing. Kukhulunywa ngayo yonke indawo. Then ngomhla ka13 kuJuly ngesonto upresident umemezela ukuthi kuzoba khona iJudicial Commission of Inquiry. Ngomsombuluko noma ngolesibili, I'm not sure, uGayton Mackenzie president wePatriotic Alliance ukhuluma nabezindaba uthi uzoziyela yena kule commission ngoba kunamaqiniso awazi ufuna ukuwaveza. Into futhi asitshela yona ukuthi no, ama popcorn awangabi ready, akube ready factory ama popcorn ngoba ziningi izinto ezizokhulunywa azovela amaqiniso. Kuzo lezo nsuku kwase kuboshwa uKatiso KT Molefe. Uma amaphoyisa efika emzini kaKT Molefe athola kukhona uDeputy President wePA okuKenny Kunene. bafike bamthatha-ke uKT Molife, uKenny Kunene iphathi yakhe yammisa kancane yathi isazom-investigate, kodwa kusuka ngalelo langa uGayton Mackenzie akabange esaba nale energy abekanayo ukuthi kunamaqiniso azowakhuluma. No-Ashley Souls, uma kubuzwa imibuzo lapho uzama ngayo yonke indlela to discredit uGeneral Mkhwanazi. Futhi fanele ngikubeke kucace lokho, asisho ukuthi uGeneral Mkhwanazi uyisaint, futhi nathi asimfuni uGeneral Mkhwanazi oyisaint. Sifuna uGeneral Mkhwanazi omele lokho akholelwa kukho, wenza media briefing. Ngikusho lokhu ngoba lesinqumo athi uminister wasithatha emveni kokuba ethole ibriefing noma ebone ireport eyayivela CFO okuyena okhipha imali nosayinela imali. Ngenhlahla ngesikhathi kuyiwa eGosi Mampuru, ngesikhathi iCommission noma i-ad hoc committee beyiseGosi Mampuru, umuntu oqala ufika watestifya uyena uCFO. Lento Ashley Souls akhulume ngazo ethi convinced ngazo, ufike wayese ebuza yena, sesibuzela yena mathupha ebuza uCFO. Kodwa ngesikhathi kwakukhona inunu lapha yana kwi-ad hoc committee yafike yaphika ukuthi i-political killings task team idraina i-budget eningi, inunu yona yakhuluma kanje.
It's not true that it's only task team that takes money. From 2021, there's Operation Mkodwemvubu. That is Kwamhlabeyalingana, the cross-border crimes. In Cape Town, there is a Operation Thunder / Operation Lockdown, which takes, I don't have figures, but I would suspect that Cape Town one might be even taken more. When is my suspicion? For instance, if you bring 200 police from other provinces and they stay here at the cost of 800 rand a night, and then they go back and they bring the other lot, and they come with the cars. They don't just come alone. They come with the cars from those provinces and they will get SNT when they're here. They will get over time the allowance that they're not at home. I think is a lot of money. So for me, then it could not be the question of money. It should be then the question of safety of those people. To say only one councillor has been killed so it can withdraw, I hope people they're not going to say is sour grapes. So there is no minister has been shot, so withdraw the PSS. Because not one has been shot there. If your measurement is one dying, why don't you withdraw those that nobody has died? So maybe it's a sour grapes because I'm not there, I don't have the PSS. But I'm trying to show that that can't be the measurement, so that only one person died, so now you can withdraw. When you have expensive unit called PSS that is guarding safe people, and nobody talks about that.
Nunu la iveza iphuzu elibalulekile ukuthi akuyona iPKTT ethatha imali eningi, akhona ama-unit athatha imali eningi, futhi unit ethatha imali eningi kwi-budget esasukwedlula yonke Operation Valumgodi. Okunye futhi akubalulayo ukuthi akusona isizathu uma ngabe ethu minister uSenzo Mchunu uvala iPKTT ngoba kufika ikhansela elilodwa okusho ukuthi abasadingeki, why fanele kube khona i-presidential security kugadwa ama-minister? Why fanele gadwa ama-minister while ingakaze kudutshulwe kubulawa noyedwa minister? If that's the case, usho njalo Bhekicela uthi if that's the case, iphuzu elibalulekile lela livezayo. Okunye futhi okwavela ngesikhathi kwakhunywa no CFO ilokho
use of overtime money in the PBS.
Chair, overtime that is utilized in that particular program It's overtime. It is a cost driver. When you say discussing abuse, we don't gather around the table and discuss abuse. We discuss in terms of what are the cost containment as well as efficiencies that we can put in place to ensure that we sustain the cost of overtime, which is a cost driver in those environments. We discuss with the program managers, the accounting officer. We have even made recommendations working together with the program managers to National Treasury to support us through the relevant parliamentary structures to ensure
And
that
for how
the
long has this been happening?
The policy is then reviewed in this particular regard.
What I'm trying to get, General, is how efficient are you guys? How long do you take to fix this into as Moshagalai? Because remember, by the time you guys take long to fix this thing, if these people reported 2021 and you are failing to answer me in your own knowledge, how long have you and your leaders been discussing issue of abuse?
Chair,
I want to know how long.
Chair, I'm not aware of this meeting.
Okay, you're
So I
meeting.
cannot talk about this
Meeting. But how long, how long have you guys been discussing the misuse of that overtime money?
Chair, we continuously
Continuously, from when, maybe?
look at ways
From?
to put efficiencies in terms of managing this cost driver, which is
Okay,
overtime.
in order to
within
continue, you
program
must start
five.
somewhere. From where? From when did you start discussing such?
Chair,
Since you've
I
been a
took
CFO.
over as CFO in 2019.
So since 2019, you've been discussing this matter.
We put cost containment, we communicate, we ensure that the managers are then held responsible for this.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to this last question.
Iphuzu elizama ukuvezwa uShongwe la ukuthi uma ngabe kukhalwa ngeovertime kwiPKTT, how about overtime kwiPSS, kwiProvincial Presidential Security? How about leyo overtime elapho? Uma ngabe inkinga kuyi-overtime kuspend imali eningi kwi-PKTT, how about le ekudala u-CFO ebhala ngayo njengoba umbona naye ebambeyeka bembuza imibuzo? So ngizama ukukuvezela ukuthi u-HD Solz le theory nayo nalesi izathu anaso ukuthi uconvinced ngoba u-CFO washo kanje akasibhekanga ngoba ebuka wonke ama-site. Usibuke ngoba le team le iyona le yafika yahlambalaza uDeputy President wakhe yabopha uKatiso Molife esemzini uKenny Kunene esemzini kaKatiso. Isona sizathu nje sihamba phambili. Yingakho ke ubone ngathi uAshley Solz kuyo yonke into ekhulunywayo against uGeneral Mkhwanazi ngoba kusuka lapha. Kodwa mongakhumbula i-energy ababenayo noGaty Nash ukuthi kunendaba azozikhuluma uyazi malana nezibhamu ezibulala abantu lapha eCape Town. Iblow energy. Ngenxa nje ukuthi kwathi makuboshwa uKatiso kwase kutholakala uKenny Kunene. Uzama ngakho konke okusemandleni uAshley Solz ukuthi adiscredite i-political killing stars team. Angiyibambe le video. Ngicela ukuze ukuphawula kwakho la comment section ngizowena ukuthi ubona kanjani lolu daba esixoxa ngalo. Ngale kwalokho mina nawe sidibane kwivideo elandelayo. Ungasupporta ngokuba imember le channel eqala ku R40 ngenyanga kuyaphezulu. Ungasupporta ukuklik ukuthi super thanks button. Ungasidonatela noma ngamalini khona account kwi-comment ephiniwe. Ngale kwalokho mina nawe asidibane kwivideo elandelayo. Ungakhohlwa ukusubscribe, comment, ushare, ulike. Ngiyabonga.